Hello, everyone, and welcome to Time to Rolls Campaign 1. This is episode 64. This is the second to last Tales of Ammriel episode this year. So we'll see where we end 2 weeks from now. But a few announcements to go over, and then we will hop right into it. People are feeling spicy today, so this should be fun. You're going to have to ignore literally, you're going to notice it. Mess behind me, new laptop. Like I've been my room's been a staging area today, so I didn't have time to clean it back up. So, anyways, let's get into the announcements, and then we will hop right into the game. There's a lot to go over tonight, information wise. So, enjoy the info dump. But, jeez, my mom is loud. Hold on, let me shut my door. She's being noisy. Totally a professional setup. Yeah, it's Corgan. It is quite messy, but it doesn't really matter. I plan on cleaning it up this coming week, anyways. So let's go over a few announcements. Like I said, we can get through this. So like I said, this episode. Oh, I'm talking about myself. Oh, fair enough. Um, so this is the second to last episode before the end of the year. We have tonight's episode, and then it would be December 10th would be the last Tales of Ammriel episode, and then the week following right after that would be the 17th on Sunday. We are planning a Christmas one shot or a holidays one shot based off of it is basically directly a sequel to last year's Halloween one shot. So it's heavily centered around the Nightmare Before Christmas world by Tim Burton. So that should be fun. I need to talk to everyone about that tonight and coming into the next few weeks, since they need to get whoever's playing needs to get their characters created. But yeah, next week there will be no, like, as making it obvious, there will be no episode next week Sunday. I'm going to be in Philadelphia for PAX Unplugged, so I'll see if anybody's going to be there Friday through Sunday. I will be there. So if you want to come hang out and you want to say hi to me, I'll be around. Just look for the dude with a beard and who's kind of a tall dude with like beer gut and a beer and a beard. Yeah, that's about it. So I'll be there. And then jumping around on weeks here. Obviously, 24th is Christmas Eve. We are going to be taking off that day and throughout the entire week. So from Christmas, it will be basically from the 22nd, December 22nd. Let's see here. Yeah, so December 22nd to December 31st is we're all taking a break. So we'll be back. The first stream back after that will be January 7th. So we'll pick up on episode 66 of the Tales of Ammriel on January 7th. But I'm trying to get through this. It's a lot. What else we got going on? Keep an eye out for an announcement. I'm working on a project. I announced this last week. I'm working on a project with a few other professionals that I'm excited about and that these guys don't even know about yet. So hopefully we'll have that announced by the new year. I'm hoping to. But it is a big project. I've been working on it for going on 3 months now, so hopefully that will go well. But yeah, anyways, I think that's it. More to come with that, hopefully by the end of the year. And obviously, we're going to be on a weird schedule moving forward for the rest of the year. But that's it. I think that's all I got. Anything else? Oh, we have been resubmitted on Apple Podcasts. You'll note if any of you are podcast listeners, you would have noticed about 4 weeks ago, Apple for some reason took our podcast off. Don't know why. All of those are back up. They are completely uploaded and are ready to be listened to. Apple didn't give me a reason for it. They just said, well, pre-submit, we'll get them in there. So that's where we're at with that. But yeah, with that being said, I think that's all we got. Bingo and Lexi will not be here today. Bingo is on vacation, which happy for him. And Lexi is preoccupied today, which she could not avoid. So unfortunately, we will be down to 2 people again. It's getting harder and harder to schedule these, but we're trying. Anyways, let's hop right into it. We're going to be going through a huge amount of info and just a giant. This is essentially a giant info dump episode. Don't know how much combat there will be, but we'll get to it. All right, let's hop into it. Let's see what they're saying.
There's to a point. Wow, I just realized Zach is here. Hi, Zach.
Sorry, Zach. We were having a discussion.
We were having learning time.
Oh, okay.
I kind of wanted to hear the end of that, but
I did kind of want to hear the end of it. Hey, Zach, can you?
I'll be right back. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll talk to Corgan and whoever else is in chat. All right, we're back here. My assumption is it's something spicy and she can't say it on stream, so. Anyways, 75% of the guys there. Yeah, well, actually, no. I've learned that this is one of the they released the demographic information for the event, and like it's a pretty big mixed bag. I think it's only like 30% of the attendees are Caucasian, so it's pretty interesting. It's cool to see how tabletop is just spreading out to all the different ethnicities and cultures out there. And I mean, it is the largest tabletop convention in the world. So I'm pretty excited to go see what's going on there. But they're telling me what they're done. So let's hop in.
You can only hope. Fuck. We don't like them, right?
Well,
Who do we not like?
I don't know.
Gooning.
No, we like
Sorry,
that.
we do like gooning. We do like gooning.
No, we don't like Todd's company.
Oh yeah.
Like the company that he works for, not that. Like we like his company, as in like out with.
No, yeah. Understood.
Yeah, you like spending time with me.
Right.
I like your company, but I don't like your company.
No, that's Todd.
Wow.
Todd, you're misunderstanding this. We just don't like you.
Go away.
Invite someone else from your company.
I have stocks in your company.
If you do sell
I'm selling. I don't.
I'm sorry, Todd. I stole all
I'm
mine.
sorry. What about
So-
Will Wheaton?
So I've learned since PAX Unplugged sends like demographic data to people who are attending about who's going to be there and like what the overall ethnicity and cultures and stuff like that, just because of how widespread tabletop has become.
ethnicity?
No, I'm dead serious. And 30% is
We're gonna have.
no, I'm being dead serious. It's 30% of the convention goers are considered solely Caucasian. So there's a lot of different cultures and ethnicities and different types of people going to that convention. So it's pretty neat to see the I guess the hobby that we all enjoy is starting to be spread to a bunch of different people in the world. So
Which I love to see.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So why are we blaming Will Wheaton?
I think because he made it so popular. I don't know. I also blame Critical Role for
I feel like it would be Matt Mercer.
who I am probably going to be meeting.
Congratulations.
I wonder if they're going to go to San Diego Comic Con.
Probably. They normally do.
Because did I tell you guys we got tickets to that?
Do you really?
Ooh,
No.
For Friday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
very
Oh.
nice.
I
I
went
know,
to.
so exciting.
I've only been to the New York Comic Con.
Well, if you see Will Wheaton, you have to tell him, I have a gay friend that's in love with you.
I'm in love with him, so if if I meet him, I'm gonna ask if he wants a second wife.
I'm
You
in
know-
love with Will Wheaton, so back off, all right?
Okay, well at least I'm
They should
old
put
enough
him-
to date him.
They should put him on a cereal box and name it Will Wheaties.
Probably did.
Probably did, if I'm being honest.
How about eat Wheaton?
Eat
Eat
I would
Wheaton.
love to.
Well,
It's
Wheaties are
cannibalism.
a real thing.
Oh my god.
Wheaties are real.
Will Wheaton is probably like, oh, let's check out this this D&D stream, and then we're just like talking about how much we want to eat him, and he's like, I hate my life.
You never know. What if Will Wheaton's into
Wait.
vor? You know.
What if
Oh,
we're
yeah, maybe.
So-
what if we're all cannibals.
We're
right?
speaking about the Mr. Natural One himself, right? I just randomly
Will
threw
Wheaton.
down this dice, and it's that's a nat 1 on when I rolled the dice. So thanks, Will, if you are for some reason watching this.
Hey, Will, I can take this whole dice and put it in my mouth.
Hey,
You
Todd.
should see what he can put in his urethra.
Okay,
Ow!
Oh no.
okay, all right.
Okay, so that might be a little.
So,
preview of
anyways,
what the
Dungeons and-
conversation-
any- Anyways,
I wouldn't
Dungeons
know,
and
just so
Dragons,
everyone knows. I
uh,
don't know, and I have no
don't-
experience with what he likes in there.
Wait. Wait, what were you talking about, Zach?
I say anyway.
Dungeons and
what?
Dragons.
Dragging these nuts across your face.
Ornthalas, the archmage that you just revived, walks up the stairs and throws a fireball at all of you. Roll initiative.
Thank God.
Just
Roll
kidding.
initiative.
All
Perfect.
right, let's actually play because we're already pushing 8 o'clock.
Oh.
Oh, don't sound so disappointed, Austin.
Okay, Dad.
All right.
Zach, I like
Fine.
playing your games. Unlike Austin.
Thanks, Nate. I appreciate
Austin
you.
sucks.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey. Okay,
Ask him
fine.
nicely. He
Hey.
sure does.
Okay,
I'm
Dungeon
gonna
Daddy.
have Beep jump off of a bridge.
So, I just want to say our viewer count went from 8 people to 7, and I would like to think that was actually Will Wheaton just like be like, all right, peace out.
Oh, fuck,
He's
man.
like, these
It
guys
was
are
that
too weird.
It was that one guy really against vor, you know.
Or
He's
that,
like,
yeah.
I'm looking for the next big thing. These guys talk about dicks way too much, like more than we can put on.
You're not
Hey,
even
what,
in the fucking game.
what is wrong with a good peanut?
Actually, well, no, I mean, let's be real. Laura Bailey in the second campaign of Critical Role literally drew dicks as a character. Like that was her thing. So I think we're fine.
Well,
Maybe they're
We
against
do.
sounding.
Yeah, I
Because
am.
I've drawn dicks on the map and you got mad at me.
Well,
So you're really stifling my creative ability.
hey guys, look at my dick.
all right.
You should. Hey, is the rapier of sounding like a thing in the game?
No. All right. Let's play D&D.
It does extra damage on insertion.
Who wasn't here last
Ooh.
week?
I think we.
I think we were all
I think we
here.
were all here. Yeah.
Were we all here? All right. Cool.
The
All
rare
right.
occasion.
Yeah, for real. It feels like it's. Yeah. Anyways, let's do a little bit of recap and hop into the game. So, the last we left off, all of you had finally defeated at almost the cost of half your party, defeated the Demogorgon, Braugamok, the Face Stealer. After defeating him, you, Ori and Weavra had a little excursion chasing down some goblins that stole Ori's glaive. Some of you spent time at camp just trying to process what to do next. After a bit of time of contemplating and talking amongst yourselves, you decided that you're going to try to search around Nantorum, the current city that you are in, for any sort of clues or evidence of what happened to the people here or the Cor Deorum itself. After looking around with the help of Beep's incredible vision, you're able to spot a tower poking up out of the city line that just kind of seemed out of place. Once making your way into this tower, some traps were sprung. Ori taking a brunt of a good portion of a fire trap, as well as Thaddeus getting hit by a ballista bolt and launched off the stairs, and a few other small traps that did some damage. But after disabling most of the traps and making your way up through the tower, you found a skeleton of what seemed to be some sort of humanoid person. After interacting with the corpse of this man, a visage of said person popped up in front of you, and it being a handsome, hard to tell what age with elves, but elvish man with longish brown, like light brown hair, and he was wearing green robe, like greenish blue robes, and he asked you to grab his spell book and cast a spell to bring him back to life. After some discussion with the visage of this person and a bit of back and forth between the group, you all decided to finally, with the help of Zane's ability in the arcane arts, cast the True Resurrection spell to bring back Ornthalas. He is Zane recognized him as an archmage that disappeared over 300 years ago. After being brought back to life, he mocked Thaddeus's home, or I guess family, being the Starling family, saying that he was well aware of one of Thaddeus's relatives in the name of Haldir, Thaddeus's grandfather, where he mentioned that Haldir seemed to have burst into flames whenever he stepped out into the sun, having a pale complexion, which brought on some vampire accusations by all of you. And the last we left off, you saw Ornthalas rushing downstairs and desperately casting a spell on a previous skeleton that you found on the bottom floor, being that of a dwarvish man. So that's where we left off. You hear Ornthalas just jovially casting a spell and then saying, "Well, hello again. You've been sleeping for some time." And you'll hear a muffled voice saying, "Ornthalas, what the hell?" And that's where we'll start. So what do you guys want to do after seeing this kind of a sporadic elf run around? He also brought a 18 books filled with potential information on the Cor Deorum on the center floor of the couches here. So what do you guys want to do?
Olga's gonna start going.
Okay. I forgot to pull up music. All right. All right. So you're going to start going through the books. Is anybody going to help her?
I will be.
Okay.
We'll look through the couch cushions.
Ori, make an investigation check. We'll just say Alera is going to find a nice little spot on this giant bear rug and take a nap, because she also got hit with a trap or two.
I'm going to go up to Alira and I'm going to take a chunk of cheese and cut it into like the shape of a pillow and put it under her head.
Okay. As you go to do that, as you put your hand down towards her face, your mouth, your hand is engulfed by her mouth. Let's see if she actually bites you. What's your AC?
16.
Yeah, you get bit by Alera as she goes to rapidly grab the pillow cheese. You take 4 points of piercing damage.
I use uncanny dodge and take 2 or evasion.
It'd be uncanny dodge. Yeah, so you rip your hand back and she just like nips your fingers.
Okay, that was dumb.
And she grabs and she's just munching on the cheese, and then as she's munching on the cheese, she just kind of falls asleep. What was your investigation check, Ori?
13.
13. Well, seeing as I don't have a table for investigation checks, we'll wing it.
Any coins?
With a 13, it seems like these couch cushions have been fairly picked clean. You find a lot of dust. You find a lot of, like, odd threads here and there, a button here and there. But you do find one silver piece lodged in between one of the couch cushions.
I'm fucking rich.
But okay, so Zane and Elka are reading the books. Vlivra would probably come over and help you. I'm gonna let a dog out of my room so he doesn't start barking.
Bark, bark, bark.
Go on, Jackson.
Absolutely devoured that burrito. Holy shit.
Good. And Alan is going to start. He's going to start, like, kind of taking a look around and seeing what's going on with all this stuff. As you start reading, the first book you see on top, which I do have a list of these books. All right. Okay, first book you see on top, you actually recognize the title. You recognize Tales of Lilac the Bard, Volume 1. And with a bookmark, like a little ribbon bookmark, you see Osnit the Gemsmith, and it's the same story about talking about the fable of Osnit and how he created the Cor Deorums with the help of Eldath the Peacebringer, and how he took a strand of her life force and imbued them in six of these gems. You go past that, unless you want to read more into Lilac the Bard. Okay. Next book you find it seems to be a notebook, and it says on it, all it says is O. It just has a giant O on it. You assume it belongs to Ornthalas. You grab that, and you start thumbing through it. Do you read Elvish? Either of you, Zane.
I do.
Well, I know you do, but I'm talking anybody
Yeah.
out looking at books.
No.
Okay, I don't think Weaver does either. Which let me grab. I actually probably should
I
grab.
have his sheet up. So.
Okay, yeah.
And Zach, Thaddeus was just going to take a glance around the room for anything that might be poison related, and then join them with the books.
Okay. Anything poison related? So you're just looking for books?
Books, items.
All right. Let me see here. Go ahead and you're looking specifically for poison stuff, so go ahead and make an investigation check. By either way, so as you open the book, you do see a few words written in common, but most of it is written in Elvish. So you can choose to put the book down and go on to the next one if you want, but that's
I will let Thaddeus know that I have a book for him to.
You rolled intimidation by accident, Todd. Investigate. I need investigation.
Oh, okay. Oh, I did. I'm sorry.
3. Yeah, unfortunately, you're searching around and you just can't find anything to do with poisons. Although you do get a sense that chances are an archmage won't have much use for poisonings or poisons and how to poison someone, and maybe nothing that you can really find after searching for a bit.
Okay. I will work my way over, go through the book that they requested me to look at.
Okay. So you walk up, and the first thing you read is a first-hand encounter of Ornthalas. I almost called them Osnit because I'm staring at that name. They'll start with those. You read that in Elvish. All right, different page. This one. You read. I'm attempting to break into the deeper vaults. It is said that the Cor Deorum is held there. However, I do not know where it is held. Within the vaults. Dwarvish security guards are on high alert and do not trust me fully yet. Hopefully my digging around won't cause them to be too weary of me. That was the first entry. Second entry. I tried approaching the gate to the deeper vaults and was turned away immediately by the guards. They told me that they don't trust any elves that come this far deep into the mountain. Third entry. I decided to take a break today and study more about the Cor Deorum. Its abilities to extend life and heal are miraculous, and I hope to get my hands on one even for a moment, once in my life. And then the fourth entry is left blank. Almost.
I'm gonna
Go ahead.
I'm gonna share that with the group and say sounds kind of important, and then I'm gonna share that all with them.
Okay. Fourth entry is just left kind of blank. It just, you see scribbles, like almost like he started to write something and then he scribbled it out with ink, and then wrote nothing for it, and then he went to the next entry. Attempted to polymorph myself into a bat to attempt to sneak into the deeper vaults. Unfortunately, when you polymorph yourself, you lose all sense of self, and I ended up flying around in the cave for 3 weeks. Must think of another strategy. Sixth entry. I met with one of the local druids that practice their arts down here in the cave. Weird furbolg fella. He stated that he could try to wild shape and find a way in, but that's a major fucking typo on my end. He said he could try to wild shape into a bat or something smaller, to try to find a way in and report back to me. I haven't heard from him yet. Entry 7. My furbolg friend flew back and said that there were no small entries into the deeper vaults, at least around the gate. Maybe there's a side entrance or maybe even a tunnel that I could find. Entry 8. The goblin activity within Nentorm is starting to become a little bit more serious. I've been sent to dispatch a group of 50 goblins that came through the iron checkpoint. Hopefully, I can snoop around within the iron checkpoint to see if there's a way to get in. Entry 9. I did find a small hole that leads towards the deeper vault. However, I think we may be too far away. And then that is the end of those notes.
I'm going to read all those, and then I'm going to say this fourth entry. Is there a way? Does somebody have something that we might be able to pick up what he wrote before he erased it?
Vivra says this one does not think he can. See if Alan overheard you. His path perception's really high. Yeah. See if Alan even has anything that could help you. So, Alan doesn't have any spells that could help you. I thought he may have one.
There's an erased entry, you said?
Yeah.
What it looks like is that a few sentences were wrote and then it was scribbled out.
Oh, okay.
I would say, Thaddeus, if you want to attempt to try to decipher through the scribbles to see what the writing says, it's going to be a very hard DC, and I'm going to need you to make an investigation check. And I believe with your investigation, you're going to have to roll probably a natural 20.
Can I try something?
Sure. really hard to see, Thaddeus. It's just hard to decipher.
This probably won't work, but it might help to see a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a piece of parchment and lay it over the book and scribble down where that part is on the piece of parchment
Okay.
to see if any words or any letters were kind of like written down a bit harder than the scribbles.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Sleight of hand. I think it's pretty. Yeah, +4. Okay. 19.
19. Unfortunately, as you do start to scribble down, you notice that the parchment that this is written on is very brittle. The quill that you're using to try to scribble is not enough to destroy the parchment. However, you do not get any indentations with that.
Damn.
Okay.
Can I try to help Thaddeus? Give him another roll. Maybe help point out stuff, or
Yeah, I'm gonna say you can roll an investigation check. You can roll one, and then Thaddeus, since you'd be trying to do it again, technically the DC would be higher, but I think what I want to do is instead give you. Actually, we'll just.
I have an idea,
Okay.
and if I'm out of character on this, can I find some chalk, or charcoal, and then turn the paper over to the other side, and then slowly rub the chalk or the charcoal on the back side of the parchment to see if I can read it in reverse.
Okay.
I don't know if my character would know how to do that.
You're a thief. All right. I know you're a soul blade rogue, but you are skilled in thievery and sneaking around. I'm gonna say you could go ahead and do it. It's gonna be a sleight of hand check. However, you're gonna be making it with disadvantage, and the DC is going to be very high. And under a certain roll that you have, you will destroy this piece of paper. So you could do that if you want to, but those are the risks that you'd have to take.
Okay, before we do that, I'm gonna explain to the group that I might destroy this paper, and can somebody scry down what we've already read?
You can probably, I assume probably Zane or Elka have been scribing it down in common. Would be I mean, that's up to you guys, but I feel like that's probably what they'd be doing, trying to help you out.
Yeah, we'd probably.
Okay. All right. So we'll just assume those have been scrying down. That's what I assumed everyone was going to be doing anyways. Okay. So you want to try this out? Do you want to try to have Ori help you? Like, do you want to have Ori try to help point things out to you before you do all this?
Yeah, let's try that. And
Okay.
then-
Okay. So the DC. So the DC to do this, I'm gonna have both of you roll. The DC to see anything is going to be set at a hard 25. So, and I know, or a natural 20 from you, Thaddeus,
Okay.
to see any sort of letters. This is not to decipher the whole thing. This is to see if you can find anything underneath these scribbles. So,
ooh.
not meant to be there. All right.
What kind of roll was this? Investigation.
Yes, please.
Okay.
You need a roll?
Yeah, anybody can roll, I think.
I rolled a nat
14.
20, so I have a 21.
Okay. We'll get to you in a
I
second.
know.
What did Ori roll?
13.
13, yeah. Unfortunately, it's hard for you to see. Elka, with your natural 20 and your 21, you just stare really hard. You overhear them saying this. You're trying to help, and you look really closely, and you do see a single word in Elvish, just from really trying to decipher it, and you see it. You see that it says the word imprisonment. After pointing out and writing it down on your piece of paper, Thaddeus would be able to tell you, yeah, that says imprisonment. But okay.
With that word, can I go to the word on each side of it and see if there's anything?
Same DC. For you, it's going to be a natural 20. It's the only way you're getting any words out of this.
It'll be mine.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just after the aged ink drying and the obvious attempt to try to block out the letters, this method you're starting to realize isn't going to work as well as you'd hope.
Okay. I'd like to try the other one that might possibly destroy it.
Okay, so what I'm going to need you to do is I'm going to need you to roll a sleight of hand check, but with disadvantage. The DC that you are trying to hit to fully grab these few sentences is 31, which for you is possible. This is a very, very hard thing to do, what you're trying to do. Unfortunately, with a natural 1 on disadvantage, you go to start scrubbing some charcoal on the back, and the paper just shreds.
All right.
Unfortunately, it was not meant to be.
Who's this guy that's with us? Is that him?
Which guy?
The guy that we resurrected.
Yeah, you're looking at his notes. You hear him carrying on downstairs currently with a person that did not exist prior to you coming up the stairs.
I'm going to call him up there. Hey, can you come up and help us, please?
Make a persuasion check.
Oops.
I'll take 13. Well, he was really low on his insight. You'll hear him say, "Oh yeah, I'll be right up. Give me one moment." And he will you'll hear him say, "Celica, come with me." And coming up the stairs, you'll see the same elvish man kind of gliding up the stairs. He's not walking up the stairs. He's kind of floating. Very similar to how Leon floats. And he comes flying up the stairs, and then following him, hoofing it up the stairs, is a bald-faced dwarvish man. And you see him kind of wearing a hood, and just a general, like, for those of you that are trained in the arcane arts, you could just feel a general, like, strength of arcana and magic flowing around this dwarf. You don't feel the same for the wizard, the elvish wizard that you resurrected, but for some reason this guy's just kind of heavy in power, and they both come kind of striding over, and Ornthalas stops. He's like, and he says, "You needed my help? Yes."
Well, yes. I'm sorry. I was reading this, and then there's something that was scribbled out, and I tried to use a technique that I was taught before. Where I put charcoal on the back, but I've kind of destroyed it. Do you know what your 4th entry was?
Do you mind if I see the book?
Yeah, I'm gonna hand him the book.
As you go to hand it, the book kind of floats out of your hand and floats into his hand, and oh, what a shame. I remember writing this. Oh yeah, that was a bad day. Ooh. Celica, you remember this day? And you hear the dwarf's like, yeah, it's kind of rough.
Could you share that information with us, please?
Well, that was, of course, that was the day that I found out that I was being imprisoned here
Okay.
in Entorum. Oof, yes. So this was and he flips it over and looks at the cover. This was my 13th book or I guess journal that I kept. I kept one for about every other year. And I'd write in it whenever important things happened.
Was this the last year?
No. How long was I imprisoned for, Celica? Probably like 30 years or so. Right, 30 years. So, probably have another, actually right there. And he like reaches down and like a book, like four books from the bottom, like slides out of the stack and floats up, and you see a journal entry. This one right here is the last one.
Would this have the most current details of what you were searching?
Most likely, yes. Oh, it's getting a bit muddy here. I remember writing in my journal about 3 days before the battle for Nentor. So I think that's probably the last one, yes. Whether or not it has important information in it, who knows?
Okay, well,
just
my
try to read it.
understanding is you found a possible hole.
Oh,
These.
yes.
Is that still accessible, do you know?
I've been... When did the Battle of Nentorum happen? And you look at the dwarvish man. Like... 665 PF, so like... I don't know, probably just under a century ago. Right, so the problem is that I've been dead since then, the Battle of Nentorum. So, it's been about 80, 90 years since I've been out of the city or even alive, so you could go look. I could come with you. I'm assuming the Dwarvish government no longer has hold of this city, so I think I'm free to leave. Contracts are broken and void once you die, right?
Well, and I don't think we saw anybody that's capable of stopping you.
Very well. Well, I'm going to go make tea. I don't know if I have tea. And he like looks across the room and he sees like this shelf over here. I couldn't find a shelf in Incarnate that had just moldy food on it. Just pretend this is all moldy and gross over here. Shit. And he'll like look at Alan, who's like playing with the sundial over here. Yes, my friend, my Mr. Furbolg friend. I assume, and he kind of just floats over to him. I assume you might have some tea leaves or something along those lines. Well, yeah, probably. Let me look in my pack. And you'll see Alan start going through his bag of holding. I do, in fact, have some tea leaves. Will these work? Perfect. Yes, perfect. And he'll grab the tea leaves and start wandering over to what looks like a small little kitchen area. Thank you forever, Drew, on my food there.
You're welcome.
And he'll float over and just kind of like start waving his hand and prestidigitating like the pots and pans that have been since dusted and rusted. And he will grab a tea kettle and like hold it floating, like he'll start floating it above his hand, and like a little flame will shoot out and start boiling water inside the pot. And Alan will kind of wander over and help him a little bit with that. You'll see this dwarvish man kind of like start searching through the books, and he'll just kind of look at you, Ori, and say, "Hi.
Hey,
Sorry. Haven't seen a Minotaur in a while.
that's okay.
Just wasn't expecting to wake up and see a bunch of people in my tower.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, who the fuck are you?
I'm Ori.
Ori. Celica Orin. Nice to meet you.
Gonna shake their hand.
You'll walk over and shake your hand. It is a firm dwarvish grip, but weaker than you'd expect. Probably some atrophy from just waking up from the dead.
They look slimy.
He
Like,
looks
I don't know,
he
like-
act and the overall. I mean, you can make an insight check just for his general his general demeanor if you want.
Yeah, all right. Got another 13.
Seems all right. Just little weirded out by waking up suddenly after like 80 years. Well,
Feel it.
what's your name? And he'll look at you, little bunny girl.
Elka will look over. Just say, "My name is Elka, and I'm not a bunny."
And he'll look at your ears. All right. He'll kind of wander over and look at Weavra. Lizard folk. Interesting. And he'll walk away. Look at Beep. Shake his head no. Beep.
Get down.
Oh. I don't see your face, but I can sense that infernal blood running through your veins. You must be a tiefling.
Be correct.
Which master do you serve?
Do I look like somebody who served someone?
Nope. Nope. And he was just kind of, and he looks at Thaddeus.
Hey, what was that about?
Elka's gonna mumble something under her breath about racist dwarf.
You look pretty bony there.
Well, I just. Wait,
Oh, that's right. That's right.
said
You
that?
were dead. It's Thaddeus. Thaddeus Sterling of the House of Sterling. My grandfather was a vampire.
You can ignore that second part.
He's gonna roll an insight. That's a natural one. Really? That's fucking cool. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. It's just the last time I talked to an elf, I got. Well. I was forced into the life of being an apprentice.
Your friend here is Elf.
Yes, and he's the one that I talked to. And
So
now
you
I'm
don't like
here.
him?
No, he's alright. He's He'll like lean in over the couch so all of you can hear, but quiet enough to where you can. He's trying to make it so Ornthalas can't hear, so he's gonna have to roll a stealth check. And Ornthalas is gonna roll. What's Ornthalas' passive perception? Okay,
This is a safe space. It's okay.
I'll be honest.
He can't hurt you.
I'll be honest. I was told by one of the government officials that I need to become friends with this elf. Now, I've never met an elf in my life, but I was born magical, and they said he would be a great teacher. And then he forced me into being his apprentice for 130 years. So, I don't hate the man. I actually admire him. But the last time, you're gonna have to forgive me. The last time I was told to talk to an elf, I was essentially sold into indentured servitude. Making tea, sweeping the floor, making sure the books are tidy, making sure the rocks are out of the... And he'll look down and see, like, the few bits of rubble that are still in here. God fucking damn it. And he'll, like, wipe his hand and you'll see the rocks fling across the room. And at this point, you just... Make a everyone make a perception check.
Oh, now I roll a fucking 20.
Roll a 10.
It's okay. It's not hard to see. I just wanted to see if.
5.
Okay, or you're oblivious.
Oh,
Do I
I didn't
see any-
I didn't realize my things are different.
How so?
Hold on. I'll figure it out.
Okay. You don't have to roll
Okay,
past
I got it. No, like the top right of roll 20 changed. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not used to it.
Oh, you got the new.
Yeah, I got the new UI. What were we doing? Perception?
Perception check.
Okay. 13.
13. Anybody who rolled above a 10, you'll see gliding over, and as this Celica man says, yeah, he's a bit of a slave driver, and you'll see Ornthalas standing behind him with a tray of tea and set it down on his head. Now, who's a slave driver? Who taught you how to cast magic? Who taught you how to sweep a floor? I did that. Be grateful. He flicks him.
Sleep on the floor.
You flick him in the back of the head.
Now, is that necessary?
So if you're an elf, you can have a servant or a slave.
Oh,
Is that how that
well,
works?
He's not my slave. I didn't purchase him.
That is, you can have a slave.
yes. Oh, what are you doing, Ori? I'll flick you in the back of the head just like that.
Oh, no. No,
Would-
you can't. No.
Well, it'd be rude, wouldn't it,
I'll take
Ori?
it back.
Would it be rude if I flicked you in the back of the head?
Celica, I do not know what you've told these people,
There's a window here.
but I consider you my dear apprentice. I wouldn't have brought you back to life if you weren't important to me.
He's manipulating you.
Anyway, here's tea. And he'll put down a set of tea brewed by...
We can get you out of here. We can save you.
You can become our new dentist.
Where's Dennis?
Downstairs.
Oh,
Oh.
my God.
the donkey that's downstairs?
Yeah.
Oh, that was yours?
Yes.
Oh. He starts walking away quietly.
Hey.
I'm gonna stop him.
Hey, get back. Where's Dennis? Hey.
He'll point to his shoulder. You'll see a little bird sitting on his shoulder.
What'd you do to Dennis?
Well, I wanted a donkey and couldn't bring him upstairs with me, so I just kind of changed him into a bird.
That's our donkey.
I
Dennis.
didn't know that.
Change it back. Or he takes out his axe.
Well,
Change it back right now.
make an intimidation check.
Nat 20, baby.
Mhm.
That's a 30.
30. And in a haste, he grabs the bird Dennis, and places him on your shoulder and snaps his fingers. You now have you feel an intense weight come over your body as you are forced to the ground by the weight of a 400-pound donkey.
Can I make a
Strength check?
check?
Sure, we'll say make
Yeah.
a strength check.
Because I can carry a lot. Let's see if I can.
How does a dwarf reach up and put it on his shoulder?
He's a mage
25.
that weighs. Your knees start to buckle, but you're able to grab and hold Dennis and prevent him from being impaled by your horns.
I'm going to set Dennis down.
He's like walking away. He's like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by
Yo, you
it.
can stay a slave. Go fuck yourself. Stealing other people's donkeys. Come on, Dennis.
Where's Dennis's token? Hold on.
Hey, Ori,
Yeah.
do you still have that bag that was wrapped around him?
Bag.
There's Dennis.
Remember,
Who did this?
I'm gonna say this really quiet.
Yeah, because I
Old.
don't actually know.
Sold his back. The dwarf downstairs. You took his backpack.
Oh,
Make a stealth check. $23. What's his passive?
Nice.
You don't see him turn around and look. However, Ornthalas just kind of like, as you go to lean in and whisper to Ori, all the Weaver of Elka, Zane, and Beep all notice him just slowly float above the books and lean really close into Thaddeus and Ori and go, "What are we talking about?"
Just some items that we found along the way.
mind your business.
You're gonna see his nose kind of sniff. Oh, and you'll just see his head like wrap around you, Ori, and look at the dwarf. Celica, I told you, none of this shit. And he will wave his hand, and you'll see the bits, the drugs, the gobweed start to float out of the bag.
He's taking our. Hey,
What?
that's ours.
But that's Celica's bag. Clearly, it's his.
Ours now.
Finders keepers.
We got it off some goblins.
Make a deception check.
Deception.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
When it really matters. Yeah, that's
We're gonna use our weed.
that's a 28 for him for his insight check. He's just gonna look at. Oh, very well, and you'll see him take the roll and like wave it in front of all of you. All right, so who's looking at history and who's not?
I was gonna look around a little bit. I wasn't gonna read anything.
All right, before we partake, we will let's get through the books first, shall we? And then we can all partake. This is an experience that Celica so graciously will donate to us, right, Celica? Yeah, I guess. So,
Okay, so let's go to book 13.
well, we already read through book 13. The one we're gonna have to read through is book 18. Let's be. All right, I shall read it to you. Entry 1. I have all but given up on attempting to get into the deeper vaults. Oh, that's right, this was a shitty day. The government has now sequestered me to the tower. Celica's very angry at me for this, said I overstepped my boundaries yet again. I told him he was foolish. A wizard knows no bounds. Yeah, they know no bounds. Anyways, I got shoved in the gut with a spear that day. That wasn't fun. All right, next entry. He flips the page. I've heard rumblings that a potential army is coming from the Iron Checkpoint. How they got into the mountain is beside me, but they did anyways. Apparently they say goblins and undead are teaming together. I wonder why. Yes, this is before we understood what was happening. Next entry. Celica told me that the Cor Deorum does exist. This is a great breakthrough. They can't keep me in this tower for long. Entry 4. I've now planned with Celica to find a way to break me out of my tower. Dwarvish guards switch on and off every 4 hours. The goal is to sneak out polymorphed during that time. We will be a fly. Hopefully that goes well. Next entry. So somehow that went well. And we are currently on our way to where the Cor Deorum is held. Well, hopefully it's held. We have yet to confirm that it is there, but we will find out anyways. To the deeper vaults. Next entry. Unfortunately, we have been caught. We made it into the deeper vaults through a crack within the infrastructure of the door. It seems the door is starting to wither away after all these years. Could be possible to sneak through other ways, but that's the most direct. We made our way about halfway down to the deeper vault before we got stopped by one of the dragons playing security. Such stupid guard dogs. Let's say out loud.
Elka will cough quietly.
Next entry. Well, I'm back in my tunnel. Or sorry, I wrote tunnel in the entry. It's tower. 3 o'clock Zach brain.
I feel that.
Well, I'm back in my tower. They said that they said if I sneak out again and attempt to go into the deeper vaults, they'll execute me. I'd like to see them try. Hehe. And you'll see him start laughing to himself. Unfortunately, the Cor Deorum will have to wait. Luckily, I am an elf, and I can wait a long time. Much longer than these dwarves. Next entry. Well, the city was attacked by the first wave of goblins. We seemed to handle it just well. Celica's traps did really well against them, and we seemed to push them back towards the iron checkpoint. However, we have lost a fair bit of dwarves and other combatants. Next entry. Fought a demigorgon today. It ate 3 dwarves in front of me. Kinda sucks. Hopefully their deaths won't be in vain. And this is the last entry. That's right, this day was not a good one. I have been pushed back to my tower. The undead and the goblins have taken over the city. Most of the civilians have fled. However, most of the army that stayed within the city have died. Celica and I have held ourselves up in the tower with as many soldiers as we could find. Unfortunately, I believe this will be our tomb. Maybe one day someone will find the Cor Deorum and bring us back to life. And then you'll see oh, that's right, continuation. He will flip. Well, at least I'll live one day. Hopefully when someone with arcane knowledge finds my book, I'll be able to be resurrected and I could go find the Cor Deorum once again. Unfortunately, I believe this is where I'll die. As I said, Celica is manning as much as he can by himself, setting traps. However, most of the soldiers that have held up in the tower with us have fled. Unfortunately, I believe they have all succumbed to the might of the armor that is invading. And that was the last entry. He kind of looks up, and then I accepted my death. Now that I have good memory, I sat down in this chair, and he'll sit down. He'll float over and sit in this chair. I sat down in this chair and waited for death to come. I was tapped out of all spells, had nowhere to go, and at that point I was quite drained physically and mentally. And I fell asleep, thinking that maybe I could try to fall into a trance to gain more abilities back, but however I was rudely awoken to 2 arrows being shoved in my heart. And then you'll see Celica walk over. Yeah, and when he died, I didn't expect it. They came through the window and kind of shot him. Killed them, but I ended up having to fight my way into my office, and I think that's where I died. So, that was those days. But, Ornthalas, you said that you confirmed that the Cor Deorum exists. Well, yes, I did, and the reason why I believe it exists is based off of solely the fact that the dwarves were protecting the deeper vaults with such care. Now, unfortunately, the dragon that found us is probably still living, is my assumption. I couldn't see I don't think I'd ever see an ancient bronze dragon die to mortals, but maybe it did. Maybe the goblins got the best of him somehow. But unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever make it back. And he'll kind of like lift his hand. I guess whenever you attempt to dive deeper into the weave of magic, it takes things from you. And this is the first time all of you are realizing that his right hand is basically all shriveled up and like a level of it's almost rotted. It's black, skinny, and he kind of looks at all of you. Unfortunately, in my last hours, I gave up my hand for the ability to potentially be brought back to life. That's why you saw my visage. That's why you're able to use the true resurrection spell that was in my book. This is the price I had to pay. And I don't think I may still be powerful, but not nearly as much as I was before I died.
Well, on the good news of that, sir, I'm going to hold up my hand. We have somebody that might be able to fix it, but we do need your help because we need to find that Cor Deorum.
Well, all the information I have and have gathered over the years is yours. You resurrected me. You've helped me bring back Celica. I've been able to deal a fatal blow to the goblin population. And whenever I was out there, I sensed no presence of that hellion, that demogorgon that was leading the charge. What happened of him? Did you fight him, or was he gone before you got here?
Somebody else like to answer that question, please?
I think Ori was unconscious. at that
I was
point.
unconscious.
Who was awake?
Me.
Thaddeus and Zane
I think so.
and Alan.
Let's just say it's not a problem anymore, assuming it was the only one.
Say it's not a problem. Did kind of get away.
And
Fine.
did it do a horrible death streak and then disappear?
Yep.
Oh yes, that's yes, that is what got a good majority of the soldiers that fought it originally. Thing doesn't like to die, so keep your guard up. I don't think it's in Nentorum anymore. I don't sense it, at least. The only thing infernal I sense is you, and he'll point at Zane. But that's not a bad thing. You know, my master, he's a black-skinned tiefling. Curious man. For someone who'd live a normal mortal life, and not an elvish one like myself, He really knew what he was doing when it came to magic. It's pretty spectacular. So, I noticed you've had your guard up. I just wanted to make sure you were at ease. Anywho, books. Enjoy. I think I'm going to sit here and meditate. If you need me, ask questions. And if there are questions I can't answer, ask Celica. If he can't answer them, well, I'll try my best.
I do have one quick question before you rest. To get to the door, what is the travel time to get to this door?
Oh, you're talking about the deeper vault.
Yes.
Well, assuming that the roads are still the same. Now, remember, last time I saw them, we were deep in... It was 80 years ago, at least, so I think... Actually, double checking. Because I do have a distance marker. Yes. So, you will have to, assuming that the map is still correct and the roads have not changed, you will have to head east out of the city, following the main TimeToRole road. Do not head south. That'll take you to Karn. Karn is more than likely been overrun by goblins as well, since it's the closest city to TimeToRole. Head northeast. Then you'll see two mines, one on the right, one on the left. Don't go into those. Keep heading straight, and you'll eventually run into a checkpoint city named Lae'zel. Now, whether or not Lae'zel is still around, is really up to you. I have no idea if it is or not. I have not seen it in many years. If you go south out of Ornthalas, you'll hit Dungalir. Dungalir is a gold mining city. Whether or not that was overrun is yet to be determined. If you go northwest, you'll find Mirgun and eventually find the Northern Road. That'll take you out into the Rania Trench. If you go northeast, I just switched to... If you go northeast, you will find the Ruler's Resting Place, which is a graveyard. Be careful. That can cause some problems. The animated sentries there will definitely do some damage if you aren't careful. But you do need to go past the Ruler's Resting Place. Head south from the road there, and then eventually you will find the Road of Gold. The Road of Gold is a highway that goes north to south through the mountains. There's many offshoots, and you can get lost easily. Once you get up to the Road of Gold, you will find the central city of Arendur. The vault will be somewhere in between the Ruler's Resting Place and the central city. My assumption is, assuming that Arendur isn't lost, my assumption is the deeper vault is probably still under lock and key. Now, if you've lucked out and Arendur has been taken over thoroughly by undead and goblins and devils and demons, then you'll be fine. Just wander into the vaults. You may need to watch out for dragons. I know they have at least 3 or 4. And you'll just kind of look at it. Anything else? Not that I could think of. I don't know, man. I wasn't I've only been there once. That was when you dragged me there the last time. Right. I forgot about that. Alright, well, you're asking for time. To get to Nal Doral from here is about a 3 days walk. To get to the ruler's resting place from Nal Doral is about another 3 days walk. And then to get to the gates, probably from the ruler's resting place, it'd take about another 2.5 days. That's the most direct route. If you want to try to find potentially living souls, my guess is Dungalir is probably still inhabited. Although I have no way of knowing that. So if you go southeast from Nal Doral, you'll find Dungalir. Dungalir takes about a day and a half to travel through, but it takes about 2 days to get there from Nal Doral. So that's about 3.5 days, and then straight shot from the Road of Gold all the way up to the central city of Arandur. I'd say it's probably a it's probably a 5 days journey from Dungalir to the central city. So I'd say probably 4.5 days to the vault door, if you go that way. So the most direct route is past the ruler's resting place. However, you will have to deal with the sentries. Dungalir potentially is inhabited, so you could see some dwarves, and they might be able to point you towards the central city of Arandur, and you might be able to restock and do all that stuff. So it's really up to you. Now, whether or not I come with you is entirely up to whether or not I can get some rest. But the books are yours to read. Any and all information that I have on the Cor Deorum is there. Enjoy. You'll just see him kind of close his eyes and go into a bit of a trance, meditating.
It sounds like we have a few options.
He'll open up his eyes. When you get to Nal Doral, do not take the southern road. Just a fair warning. Is that who I think it is that just joined this call?
Bingo.
Mr. Island Man himself?
Who might not have good enough Wi-Fi to actually participate tonight.
Oh, that's fair. What's the... do they actually have plans down there that you can... Is it daily or is it hourly or what is it? Or they actually have
It's
Wi-Fi?
daily, but I'm on the hotel Wi-Fi right now.
Oh, fair.
Oh, sounds good.
It sounds fine. Yeah, you sound fine.
Okay, hang on. I might need to disconnect and reconnect because I need to kill the stream because that, I think, is what's killing me.
Okay.
Be right back.
The alcohol that's killing you.
It's all the fruity alcohol down in the Caribbean that's killing them.
The rum that's killing you.
Forbidden fruits.
Leave the fruits alone.
God to Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Whoa, now, not in my D&D campaign.
Being,
Zach,
being straight is against God because God wants bisexuals. It's Adam and Eve, not Adam or Eve.
Damn,
can't argue that
that's
logic.
that's insightful.
Oh boy, this is going to be really rough, but I think I'm here for it.
Okay.
During that last speech, I tuned in on Twitch a few minutes ago.
Okay.
During that last speech, these animated sentries you had mentioned, are they undead or constructs?
He will open his eyes. Oh God, what is happening with this? Sorry. He will open his eyes, and he'll just look at you. Oh, they're constructs. They're stone statues that, they're hate-seeking missiles. So if you get too close, they'll attack you.
Thank you.
Before you close your eyes again, how much time do you need of rest before you feel you'd be ready to join us?
Well, I've been sleeping for 80 years. Probably in 4 hours or so.
Very well.
Okay. I'm just sorry. I'm dealing with a technical issue right now. There we go. Your character cards are getting cut off for some reason.
It doesn't look like it.
Specifically Thaddeus's name, because it's longer, was getting cut off.
Oh, got it.
But it was just because of the framing. It's no big deal now.
Oh, on the stream?
Yeah. Just because I switched over my C drive last week, and I've been casually fixing all the configuration issues through the last week or so. I missed that one.
So I'm not going to get royalties for today? God.
Yeah, sorry. It's just how that works.
I'm calling the union.
When we get in a union in our D&D game?
When you guys are living full time off of this, then I'll consider it. But until that happens,
40 hours a
But
D&D
you guys are
a
getting
week?
paid?
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say anything. Damn it.
yeah. Talked about your wages. You're done, Todd.
Actually, you can't fire him for that. It's
Alright.
it's federally protected. You're gonna get fined.
Yeah, and I'm federally
Wow.
protected for another reason, too.
Damn.
So, to try to get rid of me, bitch.
All right. Back to the game. Before
Full of light.
What's in this chest?
it is opened. It's not locked. You're gonna open it.
Yeah.
And a bolt of lightning.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Gosh dang it.
It's a mimic.
Are in.
No one warned me.
Do you just want to be on the stream today, Twisty? Huh? Are you trying to be famous?
What's my wisdom? 23.
23.
I just fed you guys 3 days ago.
You open up the door and you feel an intense rush of psychic energy hit your hand and crawl up your arm into your brain. However, you do resist it, but you still take 14 points of psychic damage. You open up the chest. It's empty.
Now what the fuck? Dwarf.
Yeah.
Fuck was that about? I'll point to the chest.
That's a trap. Yes, that's a trap I set for goblins. They're greedy little shit, so I figured if I bait a chest or two, they'll probably take the bait. And given the spell that was cast on it, yeah, I'd probably do some good damage.
Is there a window in this?
Yeah.
We're just gonna throw the chest out the window.
That's all right. Fair enough.
What? It's just a chest. What's this?
It's just a backpack.
Is this trap too?
I didn't put that there. He walks away quietly.
Open it.
What?
Open it.
No.
Yes. Or takes out his axe. Open it now.
I don't know what's in it, and I'd rather not. You don't scare me.
Okay. We're just gonna pick up the let's go pick up the backpack.
Give it to Mikey.
Walk
Mikey
over
will
to
need
him.
anything.
As you pick up the backpack, nothing happens.
I was played from the start. Open it.
Fine.
Stop.
For open, I'm standing over here.
Feel like
Dennis, come. Stand away from Dennis.
Dennis just wanders like as far over as he can get.
Good boy.
All right, and you'll see him take a step back and. Okay, bye, buddy. Thanks for trying.
Godspeed.
Fun in the island.
Yeah, have fun. But, he like casts Mage Hand to open up the bag. He's like, all right, traps. Oh, I know what this is. He'll just flip the bag open and have the Mage Hand grab it and bring it over to him. This is just a backpack. And he'll reach his hand down in it. And you'll hear him go, oh. He'll look right at you. Big guy.
What?
Little help. You'll
What's
see his
wrong?
you'll see his arms start to shake.
Oh, you need help getting your hand out? Okay.
Something's got my hand. I
I was gonna grab his arm in the backpack and pull at opposite ends.
Okay, so yeah, make a strict check. He's also gonna make a strict check.
25.
25. You rip his body out of the bag. Like, his arm goes flying out, and his shoulder's a bit dislocated because of your strength. And he was pulling so hard. It's like, damn, it was just a fucking joke. Ow.
Oh, what? Well, sorry. Yeah, I'm not gonna apologize.
It's just a backpack. It's empty. I don't know who left this here. Wait. And he, looks at the... Hey. Shit. He's deep in meditation. Anybody else good at, arcane stuff? Like, specifically magic items?
I would be.
Come... If you don't mind, come over here. He'll, lift the bag and point to a sigil that's on the top of the bag. Does this mean anything to you? Make an Arcana check.
Oof, that's a that one.
Oof.
Ooh, can I help?
Yeah. Or you have been around Zane enough that you'd probably be able to aid him in a bit. So go ahead and roll again, Zane.
That's not as bad. That's 20.
20? You would recognize this 23?
23.
Or Ori, with you helping out, Zane kind of looks at it puzzled, and then you look at it, you're like, you know exactly what this is, and you pointed out to Zane, this is a sigil for the starting of making a bag of holding.
Oh.
And it's not completed, and Zane, as you look at it more, you realize, oh, it only needs one little mark left, and then this will be a bag of holding. Interesting. And with the Arcana check, you would also notice that it's almost as if the sigil was purposely, tampered with. Like, this used to be a bag of holding, but it's no longer a bag of holding. Because of this little sigil being removed.
Can he fix it?
Yeah, with that Arcana check and your help and you pointing it out and him being like, oh yeah, I'm just being stupid moment. It would take you half an hour to finally detail the right sigil into that magic circle, but yeah, you'd be able to do it.
Yeah, fix that.
Okay, so you take a little bit of time to do that. In the meantime, can I have... We'll go with Beep. Beep, can you do me a favor and roll me a D100? So percentile dice.
Something's coming out of that bag.
If Austin is here. If you're muted. Austin. Rutro Raggy. Okay, I guess Austin is not here. Let's go ahead then. Thaddeus, roll a D100.
E100. Where's the There you go.
Okay.
50.
Cool. Good to know. All right.
I rolled perfectly in the middle.
Perfectly balanced, as everything should be. Some would say it's even odds, but okay. So, Zane, as you start fiddling with the bag, Elka and Thaddeus, you both and Beep and Lever have all been kind of taking a look at books. You see books called The Gem of Gods: The Total Known History of the Cor Deorum by Eric Stormsong. Elka, this is written in Sylvan, which you immediately recognize.
Yay, something I can read.
And you actually recognize the name Eric Stormsong.
Oh, okay.
Eric Stormsong is he is the head historian for all of Arun. And you have met this Eric Stormsong as a kid in passing, because he's also just happens to be your father's best friend.
What's he doing out here studying the Cor Deorum?
You haven't heard much about what Eric ever did, and it's spelled A-R-I-C, not E-R-I-C. But you start to read the book, and immediately you remember reading these very words once before, and it's a tale about how a certain fey creature wandered into the greater mortal planes and learned about all of the greatest creations of the mortal plane. And you started to read about the Cor Deorum, and things start to unlock in your fey-born brain that just kind of come back to you just from your basic unwillingness to be in like any sort of class format as a young one, but the few times that you were forced to read and be there by your father and your mother, you do remember reading books by Eric Stormsong and about how he went around writing the total history and known history of certain items. And this very book sits on a shelf in your father's library at his house. And you remember seeing the title, and you remember reading parts of this, and it depicts the known history of the Cor Deorum told in the from the perspective of Eric Stormsong. It tells about how there was 6 made. They were made back in 5 PF by Eldeth, the Peacebringer, and talked about how an unknown dwarvish smith helped create them. 5 of them went to the dwarvish lords. 1 of them went to the smith. It talks about how 1 was given to Arundor, the total oligarchy of Arundor. It was given to the kingdom, not a lord, because more than 1 lord sits upon the throne in Arundor. It's told that it says that most history of the Cor Deorum was lost due to religious naysayers and other governmental bodies in the mortal planes refusing to acknowledge anything good made by the gods, since the wound of the fracture and the gods betraying them was still very fresh on all of their minds. You read how Eric wrote that most documentation of these gems were destroyed maybe 5 to 10 years after the actual gems were created. Hence why they have slipped into a status of being more myth than fact. You read more and more about how Eric speculated that all of them still exist somewhere. However, if they do exist, most of them are not going to be with the dwarves anymore, since the dwarves tend to pawn off and sell valuable treasures in times of war, and the dwarves have been in a specifically dwarves in the Valentian continent have been in constant states of warring actions against other different civilizations throughout the continent, and he believes that he writes that he believes that the Cor Deorum was more than likely sold off to either another dwarvish kingdom or another domestic kingdom of humans or elves to pay off war debts and or pay for more weapons of war. However, there's two unknown ones written in the book. One of them being the Arendur one, stating that the Arendur Cor Deorum was thought to have been lost at about 100 PF. And there's some written history from him that explains how the oligarchy I guess more or less argued about what the status of that gem should be in their society, given the fact that they're an oligarchy and they primarily benefit off of a capitalistic society and not hoarding treasure for one monarch. But that one is unknown, and then the other one that's unknown is the one that the Smith kept. The Smith's name is unknown, however, due to the popular fables books, Lilac the Bard. It's stated that his name was once Osnit. But that's all that's really written down about the Cor Deorum. Another book that Thaddeus that grabs your attention is the Elvish history of gifts from the gods, and talks about how before the fracture, the elves were the most had the most beneficial relationship with the gods, and the fact that they were one of the first mortal beings created from the gods mixing with the I see that your headphones are unplugged. Are you good?
No, yeah, I'm good. I'm
okay.
good.
All right, just make sure. You see that the elves are the most related to the gods and the Fae. How their ancestry is intertwined millennials, like millennia, thousands and thousands, not millennials. Freudian slip there. Thousands of years back, it's stated that they intermingled with the Celestials and the Sylvan people the most, and therefore the Elvish people received gifts from the Celestials prior to the fracture, because they were considered one of the more favorite mortals in existence. And one of those, it's stated from the Elvish perspective that the Cor Deorums were not created by a dwarvish smith, but were created by the gods themselves, specifically Eldath, the Peacebringer, as a gift for not the dwarvish kings and the dwarves, but for the elvish communities and the elvish lords. However, the dwarves stole those gems and took them into their hoards. This book, it has an author. I just forgot to copy and paste it. Okay, it's Lyria Firestone is who's writing this book. Lyria, and then Firestone is how it sounds.
You related to the tire company?
Nope. Tires don't exist in this world. Okay, let me make sure it's copied down on this document, just because that's what I'm reading from. There's not really much more about the Cor Deorum. It just states that the elves of old believe that the dwarves stole the gems for themselves, since they're nothing but greedy individuals that live in their mountain holes and continue to dig deep for minerals and riches, even though those minerals and riches mean nothing. Will never mean anything to the dwarves, since their greed continues to push them forward, and nothing will ever be good enough. The next book is written by Zane. You would although you're working on the bag, it would pique your interest simply because you do recognize this name. You recognize the name on this book because it is your father's name.
Oh,
Malleus Rona. And it's written the court documents of the Cor Deorum by the Council of Ebrax. And so you see that and kind of eye it and either grab it and put it to the side or read it. But when you do read it, it basically goes over the fact that Ebrax has been studying the whereabouts of the Cor Deorum for thousands of years. And in their documents, the gems were not created after the fracture. They were created far before the fracture. And they were originally intended as gifts for all of the mortal races, not just one. However, it is stated that the dwarves greedily stole all 6 and wandered into their mountain holes. It says the only one that wasn't greedily stolen was by a tiefling man that was from Ebrax, but he eventually gave it over to the Valentian Empire during peace trades about 400 years ago.
right.
Your grandfather.
So currently it's let's see here. Currently it's 7:40. It's 7:42 PF is the date right now. It's signed by your father, and you know how old your dad is. Your dad is in his mid-40s. This is signed 7:19 PF. So you recognize that he is a young man when he wrote this document down. Let's see here. Beep. Is Austin back?
Yeah, I've been here.
Okay, you were.
Oh, did you call for me at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did leave for one portion.
All right,
for
that's
mine.
fine. I just needed you to roll. There's a reason why D100 was rolled by Todd instead of you.
Okay.
But that's fine. Beep. A book that really catches your attention because it's like, this is from home, is you don't recognize the name of the author. You've never heard of this person, and that person's name is Orion Star. And the star is spelled Starr. However, you do recognize that this is written in Celestial, because you read Celestial, yeah?
Yeah.
Written in Celestial, it is written the God's tale of Cor Deorum, of the Cor Deorum, and then it says in a subtitle underneath it, the tales of the Usharian prince. So, written by Orion Star. You pick up the book and it is written entirely in Celestial, and from your translation, you read that the gods intended for these gems to be created at the turn of their first creation, after the turn of their first creation being the fairies. But their first creation failed miserably, as you know this beep, and turned the original fairies turned into what today we call dragons. So it states in there that the Celestials waited to create these gems, and the actual purpose of these gems is it says, and I didn't copy and paste this part. You think? I had ChatGPT write a lot of this shit because I can't be bothered sometimes. Okay, found it. All right, it's written here that the Celestials decided to entrust the process of crafting these Cor Deorum to the dwarves. However, the dwarves denied that their skill was good enough to create these gems. One dwarf stood at the top to put his hand out and say that he wanted to try to create them. His name was unknown. The Celestials state that the Cor Deorums were then created by this dwarvish smith after 100 years of crafting. These gems were created well before the fracture and were originally created to be a beacon for immortality for all the mortal races. The gods' total goal was to use these gems to make their creations immortal and eventually reach godhood like themselves.
All right.
That's paraphrasing because ChatGPT gave me a fucking novel.
Yeah, you have to like limit ChatGPT. Like
It gave
get 4 sentences. Like tell it write in less than 4 sentences or
Yeah,
whatever.
I didn't do that at 3 a.m, like 4 nights ago.
Yeah, you gotta tell them that.
Okay, so that book interests you, and then for Weavra, he's reading through some of the notes. He's not here, so I'm not going to give any that pique his interest. After a little bit of reading, Zane, the bag of holding, you complete the task of turning it back to a bag of holding.
Cool.
It is a standard bag of holding. However, upon its completion, you do notice, like every bag of holding, you do know that there are things inside this bag of holding.
Oh. What's all I got?
So you're reaching down to figure out what's in there.
Yep.
Okay. First thing you find is a sack of coins.
All right.
They are all copper.
Give it to Ori.
You count them out. There's 98 copper.
There you go,
Rich.
Ori.
The second thing you find is a scroll of revivify.
Ooh. Okay. I'll give that. I'm gonna give it to Vlad then.
Okay. Shit,
I'll write it down for him.
yeah, just scroll
have his stuff.
scroll of revivify.
You-
The third thing you find in there is a greater potion of healing.
Who needs a potion?
Not Ori.
I got plenty.
Anybody? Healing potion greater?
I have 4 greater and 5 period.
Thaddeus.
I think I should have.
I know I have things. So
I've got 1 superior, 5 greater. Yeah, I'm all set right now.
I'll give it to Thaddeus then.
What am I adding?
A greater.
Greater potion of healing. Okay. The fourth thing you find in there is a book.
Okay.
The book inside is a journal, and It is a journal with no name. However, when you open it, there is only one entry.
What's it say?
He is always watching. Please, if you find this book, destroy the bag.
Oh, okay. Well, I will heed the book's advice.
Is there anything else in the bag before you destroy it?
I don't know that I want to know at this point.
You would know. Once you restore the bag, you know exactly what's in there.
Oh, okay.
You know the amount of objects that are in there. Not what's in there, but the amount of objects. The next thing you find, if you want to dig deeper,
Sure.
you find what looks to be a little red gem. Probably about the size of a gold coin.
Okay.
Make an Arcana check.
Sure you will. Ooh, that's really good. 26.
You would know exactly what this is. You once had before heading here, you had a fight with a lich. And you would know that the way a lich comes back to life is via a magical item called the phylactery. You would immediately touch this gem and have every hair on your body would stand on end, and your immediate thought would be, this is a phylactery.
Put that thing back where it came from.
I'm gonna stick it back in the bag, and then I'm gonna try to destroy the sigil on the bag.
Cool. I had Todd roll a D100. So, as you go to stick the, so you're going to go, there's one more thing in the bag.
I do not care at this point.
Cool. As you're going to stick the phylactery back in the bag, you feel your hand get grabbed.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
Cut his arm off.
Courtesy of shit.
All of you see Zane's arm get grabbed, and what's digging, you can't feel it through your armor, but you can feel intense, almost like knife-like pressure being pushed down on your wrist. And a bit of dread falls over you. Make an athletics check.
Can I stick my rapier in the
15.
bag?
Can I help?
This is all happening right away, and you're a little bit away, Ori. Can you stick your rapier in the bag? Yeah, sure.
Can I, like, poke at what's grabbing at his hand?
You can't see what's grabbing at his hand. He's
15,
currently okay. He's currently sticking his hand into a different plane of existence. 15. You all watch Zane disappear into the bag.
No,
No,
I can't grab him as he's...
Zane, as you fall into the bag of holding, you see a familiar face. One that visited you one night on
It's the
Arun
bag man.
about 2 months ago at this point.
The bag
You
man.
see the face of the bagman grabbing onto you, screaming into your face. You immediately feel senses of terror as you realize you are now free floating into the dead of space that is the alternate plane of existence that is the bag of holding. This creature has long withered hair, pale skin, sharp teeth, red eyes, and you see the phylactery in your hand slip the grip or slippier grip with that athletics check, and you see it start to fall down into place and hover. Like, it hovers, and you keep falling past it with the bagman. What is everyone else doing? He just watches Zane get sucked into a bag of holding.
I'm gonna run over. I'm gonna try to grab him and rip him out of there.
Well, as you go to grab him, you say Zane's name, thinking that that would help you. Because generally what you think you want out of the bag comes out of the bag. However, actually, wait, is there a check? There's a check for this, actually. Make a... Okay, the creature or player can make a Arcana check or a Persuasion check. Whichever one do you prefer, Ori?
I think my persuasion's
How
definitely
about that?
better. Yeah, I'm gonna use persuasion.
Okay. I'm just gonna grab him just in case shit happens.
Nat 20.
Oh shit!
Okay. Zane, which you, as you're falling, you look back up thinking, well, it's been a good run. You see a bright flash of light and Ori's hand reach down into the bag of holding right in front of your face. You just see an apparated arm of a gray furred minotaur hand.
I'm going to grab it.
All right, Ori, you feel somebody grab your hand.
I'm assuming it's Zane.
You don't know. It feels metallic. It feels
what do I-
like kind of metallic and feel.
I'm gonna hope it's Zane.
All right, so you're gonna pull.
I just in case it's not Zane, can I just punch him in the face once with my other hand?
Don't mind. Don't.
I'm not gonna do that. It would just be funny. I'm not gonna do that though.
Roll a
You can't when I come out.
roll an
I'm not gonna
athletic
do
roll an
that.
athletics check.
Okay.
This is going against the bagman, who is now rapidly crawling onto the back of Zane and trying to drag him down into the space.
Another nat 20.
No shit.
Yeah. Okay. That's 34.
34. Yeah, that beats the hell out of its natural 2.
All right.
You rip Zane out of this bag. Zane, you feel your body get ripped into all sorts of particles and magical, like your body almost forms into like a temporary form of like pure magical energy. As you get ripped out of the bag of holding at this force, you do end up taking you do end up taking 68 points of force damage as you are ripped out of this bag of holding.
Shit, my bad.
As Ori pulls Zane out, I want to cast Firebolt at the bag.
Cast Firebolt at the bag. Okay. I'm rolling an attack. So it's a D20 plus your.
I rolled an 18.
Okay, 18. Yeah, okay. Plus 6, so 18. It's enough to hit the bag. However, Zane, when you are ripped out, you do feel the body of this creature just clinging onto you for dear life. Ori rolled so high and pulled you so hard that the bagman did not have time to let go. It also takes 68 points of force damage.
Ooh.
Get shit on.
As I already had said, I have my my rapier out.
Yep.
Can I get attack of opportunity as it flies by me?
Nope. Because it's being forcefully moved through your space. You cannot do that. That's not how attack of opportunity works. Something has to purposely leave your space in order to get it.
Can I get an attack on it?
That you can do, but it will be a disadvantage because it is currently being ripped. Its body being amorphosize into like this pure arcane energy as it gets ripped out of the bag, and it's like slowly starting to particle itself back together as it's pulled out into the mortal plane.
If it's like hang on to Zane, can I like aim it towards Thaddeus?
Yeah. 13.
Okay,
I actually need to
good
grab the
roll.
bagman's stat block.
I rolled. I don't know what I rolled yet. So
All right.
I'd be curious because we fought him at such a lower level if he's gonna survive the force damage to be on.
He does.
Bagman 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
13 does not hit him. That is. So, all of a sudden, in the space, erupted a quiet like book study session moment erupts into chaos as Zane, you get ripped out of space, and all of you attempt to attack this creature that is now clung to Zane. Roll initiative for me real quick. Let me before you do, let me make sure turn order is cleared. That turn, okay. All right, go ahead and roll initiative.
No, that tracks for what just happened to me.
Yeah. Turn. That's cocked for Celica. Okay. Celica is not very dexterous. Still gets a 10. Can
Do
you
you want me to roll for Weaver?
please and thanks? Alera's asleep. Alera is still asleep.
Okay.
Alera does not wake up. Does Big Bad Wizard Dude? He does not either. He's still in this trance.
He's
Okay.
probably a deep sleeper, considering that that's how they got the jump on him last time.
True.
me yell out the word cheese.
That's probably what she's dreaming about right about now, if I'm being honest. All right.
Cheese world.
Swiss, jargon.
Okay. And we're gonna go.
Piracies, but it's all cheese.
And then I need to roll for the bag man. It's fucking fast. Jesus. All right. That's an 18 on the dice. That's a 24. Oh. Not 24. I didn't realize it gets to add a proficiency bonus. I can add proficiency bonus to all initiative rolls. When the creature is forcibly removed from a bag of holding. Cool. So, it's plus whenever forcefully removed from a bag of holding or a space similar is plus 9 for initiative. That's pretty wild. Okay. So the bagman does go first. Barely. Zane, it's currently grabbed onto your back. It is going to try to sink its claws into your neck and your body, and it's going to do 3 attacks on you.
Oh joy!
It wants its prey. 24 to hit.
Miss.
Shit. Natural 20.
Which brings him to what?
27.
That'll hit.
Okay. So this is the claw attack. Okay. With it was a +4. Okay. 30. You take 34 points of slashing damage. You're unconscious.
Yep.
Okay. It is now going to roll with advantage because it is on you, and you are now unconscious. But that's an 18, so that misses you.
Yep.
So you do not take a death saving throw there, or 2 of them because it's auto crit.
Yep.
Okay. All of you watch Zane just get lashed into by this thing, and he falls unconscious with it on his back. Okay. Which, at the start of its turn, it does regain 10 hit points. So, as it gets ready for battle, you do see its wounds start to heal slightly. Okay. So he would be at that now. I'll modify it just a bit. Okay, that is its turn. Actually, it's wholly focused on Zane. So, Elka, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna pull out my rapiers. So I got a 16 and 23. Sorry.
16 just barely
Alright.
misses, but 23 definitely hits.
Okay. That's 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay.
I might need to do an extra attack. 25.
To hit, absolutely.
We've got 8, 9, 10, 12 damage.
Nice.
And then I'm going to actually wait, do I have that? I have that. Action surge.
Okay.
That is 24 and a 25.
24 and 25. So they both hit.
We've got 14 more damage.
14 more damage. Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right. Oh, excuse me. At the end of your turn, it is Thaddeus's turn.
Okay. I am going to attack with my rapier again.
Okay.
26.
26 hits. Which you would get sneak attack since you'd be moving up here to. It is engaged in combat, so go and roll.
So that's the-
roll another attack because you do get advantage.
Oh, roll a second attack? Okay.
Well, you're rolling your attack with advantage whenever you roll sneak attack.
Oh, okay, okay.
So just roll, 29. Okay, that still hits. I just want you're trying for the natural 20, is what.
Oh, I see.
So 9 piercing, all right, and then plus sneak attack.
Okay. Let's see here. There's going to be poison.
Okay, so it's your bonus action.
Well, that's when you. And then my sneak attack. Oh my God, you're.
Oof. Okay, so that's 21, 20, 26 points of damage on your turn. All right. It is looking pretty hurt, but you still have movement if you want to, but it may get attack of opportunity on you if you move away.
Well, can I disengage?
Nope, that's a bonus action, and it's a bonus action to use
Okay.
your poison. So.
Oh, okay. Is it? Oh, I thought it was part of the attack because it's triggered in.
No, it's a bonus action to pull the trigger and then stab is your attack.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what we landed on.
Okay.
Okay, well then that's your turn unless you want to move away.
No, I don't want to get attacked. So.
Okay. Currently it's technically on top of Zane's body, so that's technically where it is. So end of your turn, it's Ori's turn.
I'm gonna move right here, so I'm flanking.
Okay.
Attack with the axe. That is a 28.
28. Okay, that hits.
$33 damage.
Okay.
And extra attack. $23.
23 hits.
$38 damage.
38 damage. It's looking pretty hurt. Starting to
And-
look a little rabid.
Bonus action.
Bonus action. Go for it.
Glaive.
All right.
It's another nat 20. Jesus Christ.
It's 3 nat 20s in the span of an hour.
Yeah, that's
Crazy.
a little nuts. Uh, 72.
How do you want to do this?
I'm gonna cut him. So how is he on his body?
He's like,
Is
think
he
of,
like clinged on him like a backpack?
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, he's gonna slice him like a Subway sandwich to get, and then he's gonna knock the bottom part away that's attached to him, and then the other half's gonna fall down on the ground.
All right, so this is your glaive. I'm gonna say high or low.
We'll go high.
Okay. As you go to split him apart, you watch his body amorphosize into a shadow and swirl around, and you'll hear a screech start to echo through the chamber. And then you'll watch him, like, you'll watch the shadow dip down into the floor, crawl over Zane's body, up into the bag, and shoot itself down into the bag.
God damn it.
However, you said high. I rolled a 4. So as you go to slice down, you don't find as much of a contact as you were hoping because its body started to amorphosize as it knew it was about to be defeated. And your glaive hits Zane.
Did my
Fucking-
fireball not hit the bag?
It did, but it just kind of damaged. It's a leather satchel, so it just kind of
Mine.
bounced off. Yeah, it's a bag of holding. There's either way, good call. But I mean, either way, there's like 4 or 5 other bags of holding here. It would just crawled up in one of those. So, but either way, your axe makes contact with Zane. Because you roll the natural 20, it auto hits. And so Zane, that's 2 death saves. Because the weight of the glaive is hard to stop sometimes when you're trying to swing through.
I believe that Weaver would immediately jump into action.
Probably Alan would as well. But okay. So what's Weaver gonna do?
God damn, there's so many. What is? We'll do a cure root wounds, but do it at a higher level. Let's do it at a level 4.
Okay.
Oh, that's not. Oh, there it is. 4.
Damn.
Wow.
You healed 22 points. Save.
Oh, just leave me on the ground.
Okay.
So it comes running over. That was rough. What the fuck was that thing?
The bag, man.
The what? That's gross.
He lives in bags folding.
Ugh.
And somehow we've seen him twice.
Yeah, he must really like you guys.
Yeah.
Maybe we
Lucky
should try
us.
talking to him one time.
You just
We never
kind of.
actually- We never talk to people before we fight them.
Nope.
We
That's
should
the
start
man.
doing that.
He didn't really give us a choice, to be fair.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
You heal another 32 points of healing as Alan comes rushing over and slaps you on the shoulder. Damn. An 8, a 5, a 6, and a 5 for Alan's cure wounds at level 4.
Let's rub it in.
Sorry.
Damn, that's pretty good.
It's really good, actually. All right, Alan will be like, well, why is it every fucking time one of you finds a new bag of holding, something stupid happens?
You weren't even there last time.
Yes,
I know.
Yes, I was.
Actually, he was, yeah.
He was sleeping on
Oh,
the
shit,
couch
he
in the
was.
basement. He woke up to the noise happening.
Forgot. It's
Well,
like
I don't
years
know.
ago.
Can I check what the last item was?
yeah, you reach your hand in the bag.
Yep.
Make an acrobatics check. I'm just kidding.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You pull out a moldy apple.
So
Actually, we used
you're gonna grab the phylactery.
no the other. Except there was
You-
one more item.
Oh, yeah.
So you need to work on your pullout game.
You know, coming from a man who was in the bag before me, I don't need to hear that shit.
I recall saving somebody's life from a bag when I tied a rope around me and dove in.
Yeah, blame it on the big guy.
Hey, I did the saving this time.
Works out then.
I fucking ripped you through space.
Do me a
You
favor.
also almost ripped him in half.
Yes.
Zane, roll a d20. Tell me what the number
20.
is. 20? You roll natural 20?
8. No, 8.
8? Okay. Cool. You reach into the bag. Ori, you immediately feel this sensation. As you reach into
Ori
the
or
bag,
Zane?
or Ori does. Ori, you feel a item from your bag disappear and get replaced with something else.
Fucking which one? Did I lose my cool cards? Did I lose my Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
We haven't even talked about your Yu-Gi-Oh cards in a while.
We can you can check.
All right, check.
Your bag.
What happened?
Your you reach down into the bag, and you notice that your deck of many things is no longer in your bag.
All right, that's probably for the best.
Nice, I got Yu-Gi-Oh cards now.
Honestly, I was too scared to use them anyway.
Yes.
Like, but
So, but it is replaced with an 8 on the D20 table rolled by Zane.
With that guy again.
I'd be cool with just gold. I need some gold.
I just gave you copper.
Yeah.
Cause it's not gold.
You reach your hand down into the bag and you find a necklace.
Fucking
Question mark?
What's it look like?
There are these little amber-looking beads in a string.
Don't trust Amber.
And there's 9 of them, 9 of these beads. And when like candlelight and fire and like firelight from the fireplace reflect off these beads, you see a flash of like flame inside them.
I don't know. I know what they are. I don't know.
Hey, Zane, you know what this is?
Eventually.
Zane can make an Arcana check.
Can I?
Sure will. No, I'm good on that, fam. That's a 25.
You wouldn't necessarily know what the name of these magic items are because of this magic item is, because of the fact that you're not identifying it. However, you do know that these beads definitely have evocation magic imbued into them, and definitely feel familiar to a spell that that has been cast multiple times in front of you, being fireball.
Okay. I know what these are.
Yeah, by now, Nate, you should know exactly what these are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we seen them used in this campaign?
Nope.
Okay.
I have. I think I have that necklace, don't I?
What now?
It's a fireball necklace, right?
It's a necklace of fireballs. Yep.
Yeah, I have
It-
one.
Do you have
So
one?
I do.
Oh, so you would recognize this immediately. It's a 9 beads of for a necklace of fireball.
I was gonna say, didn't somebody use it during
Jesus,
killing all
9?
those?
Yep.
Well,
Fucking-
I bought one. I haven't used it.
It's a D6 plus 4. I rolled a 6, or I rolled a 5. Sorry. Zane, however, you reach down into this bag of holding, and you find a leather satchel. If you're talking, Mousy, we can't hear you. You're muted.
I'm muted. I'm just screaming.
You're
It's a bag in a
screaming.
bag.
It's a bag in a
I
bag.
was like, oh, I'm talking too faintly. They can't hear me.
You find a leather satchel.
Okay. It's in the bag.
As you look in the satchel, you find two things. You find a weird deck of playing cards.
Okay.
They are not what you're thinking they are.
They're not the
Pokemon
deck of many
cards.
things.
They're not the deck of many things. However, you look at them and you can definitely tell they're magical. Just going off your other Arcana check, you can definitely tell they're magical somehow. But you've never, I don't think you've ever seen this magic item before. And then the other thing that is inside this satchel is a single, looks like a gold coin, but you immediately recognize that this is definitely not gold. It's made to look like a gold coin, and it is also magical in nature.
Okay.
You don't have identify, right?
Nope.
Then you have no idea what these are.
Cool.
However, let's see if he noticed. Celica, however, does know identify. I have two. Hey, yeah, I can take a look at those. He will cast identify on the deck of cards. Oh, I hit F11. Jesus! All of a sudden, my Google Doc just like went like ballistic. I went full screen by accident.
Yep.
All right. he will start to look at it, and he goes, "Oh, this is called the Deck of Illusions." And he will describe the Deck of Illusions to you as I send you the the magic card for it.
All right.
I'm just gonna throw it in general.
That's fine.
Okay, and then he will cast Identify on the coin.
Holy shit. This would be awesome.
This is gonna be really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
well,
you
be
describe
if
it? Can you read it for me? I don't want to stop crocheting.
So it has 34 cards. And it only functions if they're drawn at random.
And that's
I can use an action to draw a card at random from the deck and throw it to the ground at a point within 30 feet. And depending on what you pick, it turns into many things for the illusion. Anywhere from red dragons to multiple people to kobolds, like Medusa, Frost Giant, shit like that.
Sweet.
the fun item. I'm glad I put that on that list. And then then he'll describe the coin to you, which he'll say, "This is a lucky coin. When you make a skill check, attack roll, or saving throw, you may instead roll 2d20, so you roll with advantage. If the result is an even number on each d20, the result is equivalent of a natural 20. If one d20 is even and one is odd, you automatically pass your check. Hit your opponent or succeed in that saving throw. If both d20 result in an odd number, the result is equivalent to a natural 1. The coin regains use of effect at dawn, so every long rest."
Cool.
So you could choose to use luck, basically, but also could fuck you over drastically.
Yeah.
So there you go. That was the last item.
Nope.
Get rid of that bag of holding.
Yeah, I'm gonna destroy that bag of holding.
Okay. So you're gonna try to destroy a bag of holding. How are you gonna do that? You're gonna just rip it apart, or are you gonna?
I'll destroy the sigil using my dagger.
Okay. That's smart. Good job using your brain. Because for reasons,
Just poke a hole in it. It's fine.
just rip it apart. It's not like it'll open up a rift in dimensions. Smile.
No, I'm smart. It makes these things.
So yeah, you're smart. So you do destroy the sigil, and the bag of holding is no longer working. Easy enough. Easy peasy. The AC for a bag of holding is 6.
Yeah.
I used the satchel AC for that. So yeah, you'll hit it. I'm convinced you will.
So yes, I will absolutely just roll quick for that. Yeah, we passed that check easy.
Holy shit. I was going through this, like the deck of illusions. Cloud Giant would be fucking hilarious.
Honestly, summoning a red dragon sounds pretty fucking funny too.
Or Succubus or Incubus.
Just imagine me walking into the next big city we get into. I'm like, oh yeah, fire giant.
Cool, we're gonna go looting.
Right?
As
if you roll
everybody
a-
runs away.
For roll a Joker, you can choose.
I could just
cool.
summon myself as an illusion.
So I have a deck of illusion on its way from
Okay.
Amazon.
Nice.
So I saw that, so I was like,
Oh, that's cool. That's really neat.
I want that, so I bought it. So, all right. So after some digging, and after some excitement, you all figure out that the Cor Deorum, chances are it does exist, and the best place to look would be in the deeper vault. However, it is a trip and could be perilous. What do you guys want to do?
That's the only reason I'm here. So
Right, but
Buckethead. I need a ship.
he doesn't exist in this universe. Sorry.
Yeah. Kidding.
I need the shit.
He just pulls a fucking.
This is where we do it, Zach.
Yeah, this is where we combine our universes, Nate.
I mean, we were about to rip a hole in the universe, right?
Like the
I mean,
sick
I can just
Flash
rip that
version.
bag open instead and rip.
It's no longer a bag of holding.
We
I've
have
got it.
plenty.
I've got more.
Damn it. Okay. So, all right. So you have two options. You could either go south into map load, please. Thank you. You could either go south into Dungalier, which is the city of gold, or you could go northeast past the ruler's resting place and potentially fight the sentries if you don't, sneak past them. And one option, the more dangerous option is it'll take you about 9 days. The longer route and probably safer route will take you about 12 to 13 days. So,
How long has it been since we left the big
left what?
that I totally know the name of?
I'm sorry, left what?
The city that was being destroyed by the.
Oh, yeah, Artemis. It's
Yeah.
been, hold on, I know.
5 weeks. You like
It's been a while.
it's-
We need fucking.
It's been about
Right.
well, you took 10 days to get to from Anaric to Ron, which is where you fought with Raoul in the Lich. And it took you about 4 days to get there, to get to Anaric, which is where you left Ander. So it's been about, and then it took you. We're now going on day 6 of you traveling into Arandur, so it's been about 3 weeks since you've left. You were
We need a.
you were given as long as you needed, but preferably shorter the better.
we're taking the shorter route then.
Sounds like a plan.
So yeah, by the time you get there, you'll be just over 4 weeks, basically a month, attempting to find this thing. Okay. All right. So after a bit of time, you will notice Ornthalas like open his eyes and go, "Well, all of you were busy. I heard. Sorry, I couldn't wake up for that, but it seems like you had it handled."
We did that.
He'll look at you saying, "I'm sorry. Are you okay, sir?"
I will be.
Good to know. Okay.
By
So-
the way, sir, your apprentice saved our lives.
Did he really? Well, so
Yeah.
We did it. What are you talking about?
Leave it with Ori. You know, lives.
Ori.
I did all the work.
Celica walks off boastfully.
Yeah, you chopped Zane in half.
You fuck that guy. Am I right? Beep. You haven't talked for a while.
Beep.
Yeah, that's right.
You haven't talked
Fuck
for a
that
while.
But like Beep hasn't been talkative lately. Beep.
There he is. We
There he
missed
is.
Those
There's our
dulcet
boy.
tones.
Just making sure he still exists, right? Beep's
Beep has a constant 1,000-yard stare.
You haven't RP'd with me in a while. What do you have to say?
Beep.
He hasn't played his kazoo.
Damn it. I did not realize we had a bot in the group. Very nice. Very nice.
I feel inspired.
Or you tap dances for 2 seconds.
Performance check.
Tap
can you-
dances with hooves.
Yeah,
Can you play Sandstorm?
Oh my god, I
What
haven't
is
heard
my
Sandstorm in
performance?
so long. I don't even remember how it goes.
It's actually
Dun,
Oh, right.
What did Rory roll for performance?
15.
15. You tap dance the best your 500-pound, 10-foot frame can allow.
Honestly, I'll take it.
Do I feel the building? You know,
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, how's the
Yeah.
floor doing?
Yes, it's
Does the floor have to roll an AC?
or it has to roll a strength
Like
saving
two.
throw.
It's like 2 hammers hitting
Yeah.
the floor.
Yeah, if either of you, if anybody's ever seen in passing, when the University of Wisconsin does jump around in their football stadium, it literally registers on the Richter scale.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
White people.
it. You could feel underneath your feet like the wood absorbing the shock of both of Ori's hooves slamming into it, and you just feel the waves of basically like a small little earthquake moving the stone and wooded wizard tower. But passable tap dancing. Not bad at
I
all.
think I should lose weight.
Elka's gonna toss him a gold coin.
Oh, thank God.
You know, to that point you just made, Zach, there's actually another stadium in Central Florida.
Mm-hmm.
It's the UCF Stadium.
Yeah.
It's called the Bounce House because it shakes so much when they jump.
That's incredible.
It literally, like, people have been like, maybe we should, like, check and make sure it sounds. They check it often.
Yeah,
Because it bounces so much.
I feel like you have to. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So Alan kind of walks up and is just like, puts a hand on Dennis and pats him. So, I guess we're taking the short route?
Yep.
All right. Ornthalas, Celica, are you two gonna come with us? I don't want to presume anything, but it'd be nice to have two more mages in the group for a little bit. Well, I suppose we can. Celica, do you have any reservations about this? No, I've been ready to get out of this tower for 80 years, but my bones wouldn't move. Okay.
Oh. So anyway,
He slowly starts walking towards the stairs. I'm gonna go set traps. I'll make sure they're not set before you walk down.
isn't he your slave? Can't you just take him?
He's not my slave. He's my apprentice.
I don't know. He's not. He made it sound like you were like you kidnapped him.
Maybe I'm a bit of a slave driver, but not a slave. No, or he's not a slave. He's my apprentice. He's been with me for a long time, and I've given them options to leave, but he hasn't.
Can I roll an insight on that?
Sure.
Hey, 16.
Seems straightforward. I don't know. He complains a lot, but I think he really does enjoy my company. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Either way, I mean, he did spend over 100 years with me, so I'd hope he at least somewhat enjoys me.
I'm just gonna go ask him myself.
Okay, you do that. Let me know. If I'm doing something wrong, I want to change it.
Hey, dwarf.
What? He's like
Put
working
his-
on
put his-
he's working on
put his
resetting a
hand around
trap.
Put his arm around his shoulder. You can be honest with me. You're safe.
Yeah.
Do you trust
okay.
me?
No, but
Okay. Well, let's just say bygones be bygones.
all right.
Do you feel like you're a slave to that man over there? You could be honest. No judgment.
Well,
You're safe.
I'm not necessarily a slave. He has offered to let me leave and go back to the central city for a bit. But I feel duty driven to help him. So No, I'm not a slave. He doesn't own me. I can go and as I please. At least I hope I can.
Okay.
Oh, okay, bye. He keeps working on his on the trap he's setting.
Yeah, that guy's fucked up. It's got like Stockholm syndrome or something.
Are you saying this quietly?
Kinda.
Make a stealth check or sleight of hand, whichever one you feel.
Okay. Can I make a performance instead?
Sure.
Because, okay. It's 15.
Yeah. Ornthalas hears everything you're saying.
Okay, it's fine. I'm not against it.
His perception is stupid. He just says, "Well, Stockholm syndrome. What is that? I've never heard that term.
It's from the city of Stockholm. So
Where
they want to go
is?
there.
I've been around this world. I've never heard the term the city of Stockholm. I must visit one day."
I believe it's past.
Huh. Fair enough.
Means you manipulated him enough to like you.
Oh, have I?
I don't know. I'm getting a weird feeling from that guy.
Oh, Celica, come here. And you see him like kind of turn and like look and walk over calmly. Celica, be honest with me. Do I take advantage of you? Do you feel taken advantage of, or
Where's good nod it? That's like
make a persuasion check?
Make an intimidation.
okay, I make intimidation.
Yeah,
instead.
you can. Yeah.
Tell me that's not intimidating.
29.
Okay. he just looks at Ornthalas and goes, "Well, actually, yeah, I do feel a little taken advantage of. Before I died, I mean, I was protecting your tower. I could have not been here many times. I ended up dying. That's not your fault. That's the goblin's fault. But I think I did think as I died that I could be in the central city and not here anymore. But I don't know. You're a good master. You taught me many things. I think sometimes I get, sometimes I do get a bit over dramatic, but I think maybe a little bit more reign or free reign to do whatever I want would be helpful. And Ornthalas just looks at him, like kind of stunned.
This is really funny to me. I don't know why.
I didn't realize you felt this way. Why didn't you speak up sooner? I was dead. Oh, right. Well, free reign. Well, you can do whatever you want, Celica. If you'd like to wander yourself back to the central city all by your lonesome, feel free. Although it is dangerous, it would be better if you stayed with me. I'll protect you and stuff. Oh, okay. He's gonna roll a persuasion check and an insight.
Can I help? Can I say something?
Yeah.
Hey, we actually do need you for a while.
Okay, so you're giving persuasion to, or giving advantage to.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a natural 20 and a 4. For Celica, natural 20 for Ornthalas. All right, I suppose you're right. It's better to go in numbers, and plus all of them dealt with that weird creature pretty well. So I think they're, well, mostly well. He looks at Zane. Yeah. Sorry.
Really happened.
Hey, I'm sorry about that, by the way.
That was a bit rough.
It was just unlucky.
That's a way to put it. Oh, yeah, what did happen? I felt a whoosh, and then screams and bloody terror, and then silence. Are you okay, my friend?
I'm okay. The bagman coming back again.
Well, the next time he comes, I'll just talk, boom, bang, and Palaward kill him. Okay, good enough.
That was incredible.
I imagine him doing like karate chops.
He was. I
Uh,
you guys can't see my camera, but I totally did karate chops there. Well, I suppose I need to get a bag together, and oh, that's a nice bag. Where'd that come from? And he'll walk over to the bag that you've.
No.
Nope.
Oh, what a shame! You've the sigil. It's been destroyed. This was a bag of holding once. Oh,
Yep.
oh. Understood. Yes, understood. Can I keep it?
Have at it. No, that's your fate.
I don't have a bag of holding anymore. Mine's. Where is my bag of holding? He'll cast locate object. He'll look around. Interesting. Huh. Well, my bag of holding's nowhere to be seen. Okay, I'll keep this. And he'll quickly flip his finger, and you'll see the sigil. You'll see the blade mark get mended, and then the sigil get written instantly.
Can we tell him what's inside that?
Oh. He'll like reach down and find the phylactery. That's oh, okay. Oh, that's we'll put that back.
Yep, that's what I did. And then the bagman came.
Yeah, I think they're two totally not related coincidences. Either the phylactery I need to destroy. Oh no. I don't think you understand what needs to be done to make one of these magical items.
Oh, goodness.
Nothing good. We'll just say that. Nothing good.
I just noticed there's a brain over here.
Yep.
Go look at it. Poke it.
Okay.
Yeah, has anything happened?
Nope.
Just like
It's just
okay,
it's just a narked out brain. It's just
pocket it.
okay. You pick up one necromancy brain.
What?
And it's necrosis. Okay. Brain with necrosis. Alara wakes up and she just kind of looks around, sees everybody, and then just quietly walks over to you, Ori, as you pocket the brain and just kind of like puts her arms up for like a piece.
I'll pick her up, put her on my head.
She's still tired. Okay. Well, I think it's about time we I've got a bag of holding. Well, I need that, and he'll like start flicking his finger, and some books will come flying off the shelf, and then he'll grab whatever books you want to bring with. Just give them back to me when we're done, okay? And he'll point to the Cor Deorum books so you can remember them, and that way I could also bring them up again. And then he'll like snap his fingers, and you'll see like a door open like in the air, and he'll reach in. Oh, thank God. Got that. Need my component pouch. That's probably important. All right. And he'll just clap his hands, and the little door like vault thing that he opened closes. All right. Well, I'm ready to go. Let's go venturing. Yes, I haven't left this place in forever. It's going to be fun.
Well, hopefully they get pretty good next people.
All right. So as all of you walk down the stairs, you see him like actually his feet touch the ground, and as he takes one step down, you hear a click.
Oh.
And nothing happens because the pressure plate was disabled.
I thought the dwarf rigged it.
We're just like all just sighing.
And he floats down and goes down.
And
I gotta set this on our way out. All right. Oh shit.
Sorry, we may have destroyed them.
He looks right at Dennis. I don't think donkeys can walk downstairs.
I'll carry it.
Pretty sure they can.
Well, do the
Wait,
thing
actually,
you did
why
earlier.
wouldn't they?
Turn them into a bird.
I can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, donkeys should have enough dexterity to go up and down stairs.
they go in the mountains all the time.
I think
Yeah,
you're
Well,
thinking of
I'm thinking
Yeah.
cows. But wait, how? Ori, how the hell do you walk down steps?
carefully.
What do you mean how? What do you-
Cows
He
can't
just-
walk. Cows
he just
can't.
jumps.
Oh.
He rolls and tumbles down the
Cows
stairs.
can't walk downstairs. They can walk up. They can't walk down.
I'm a bull.
That was
I'm
that.
bull too.
That was
Uh,
mine and Austin's one of a senior prank that former senior classes did. Is they put 3 cows up in the weight room in the old gym.
Oh God.
So they can walk downstairs. You just have to force them to do it. They
Oh,
won't do
okay.
it on their own.
Gotcha.
But it's a donkey, not a cow.
Anyway, so you see Celica start to like work frantically to reset traps and stuff. And as all of you work your way downstairs, you hear some clicks and like, fuck, shit. And you see Celica walk down with a knife sticking out of his shoulder, and he pulls it out. My bad. And he throws it off to the side. And as all of you make your way out into the caved, stale air of Nentorum, we'll end it there, just because it is getting late. And we will make our way to, hopefully, the Deeper Vault next session, which will be in 2 weeks, because...
We need to get this fucking thing.
Yep.
We are.
Yeah.
Hopefully you get it within the next session or the first session of the year. It's my hope. Hopefully.
Speed run any percent. Do some glitches.
If rolls are bad, you guys are going to be here for like 4 or 5 weeks.
I literally just imagine with that whole cows have to be forced downstairs things. Like, imagine if we ever got Ori up like a really big staircase and we had to go back down, and he just refuses to go down.
He's just like, no.
No,
We're
I
like,
don't wanna do
no.
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 We have to like force him.
We just like have to
like
push him
tie a-
really hard.
Yeah, it's like a
tie
really-
rope.
It's like
to
a
him.
really high strength check.
I could probably push him. I just gotta bunny hop him right in the middle of his back and just get him going.
His arms are like on like the door frame or like the stair railings. He's like, I don't want to
fighting.
go.
I'm
He's
just
fighting.
imagining if we can kick it, if we can get him started, he'll just be like running down the stairs like the girl in Spirited Away when she starts running down the
Oh,
stairs
yeah.
and just can't stop.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thank you guys for playing. Hey, can you guys hang out for like 2 minutes? I need to talk to you about something briefly.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. I'll be right back. Thank you for watching, everybody. Appreciate all of you. We will be back with the last episode of the Tales of Ammriel in 2 weeks. Enjoy your week off of not being afraid that anybody's gonna die, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. If I see a Pax and Plug, please say hi. And hopefully we'll be able to hang out a bit. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us. Thank you for watching, all of you. Happy Thanksgiving for those that did celebrate, and happy holidays if we don't see you in the next few weeks. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful night. Peace out. Bye.